You might be counting down the days to your retirement, but are you really ready to retire? Well, today we're joined by Dylan Bond. He's the owner of Bond Financial Services, and we're going to determine if we are really ready. Now, Dylan, in a recent survey, the majority of people said that they felt that they were ready to retire. Now, do you think these people are full of hot air, or are we surprised by the amount of money that we can retire with safely?
Yeah, I think you know, the first thing was there was we are ready to retire. Are we somewhat ready to retire, or we're not ready at all? And I think they fell majorly in the somewhat ready to retire. And really what it boils down to, from what I see on a day-to-day basis, I work with people 50 and older every week, and what we're doing is figuring out when they plan to retire and if they can. And what I find a lot of times is that they tend to think things are worse than they really are. I find a lot of people, I've had people come in the office at 60, 62 years old that are still working and think they'll never be able to retire. And after going through the efforts of figuring out what it is they spend, what they have in their retirement accounts, what they have in their savings and investment accounts, a lot of times we determine that if they wanted to, they could retire today and not have to worry about anything.
And these people just don't even know that they have that because they have all those pockets of money that they've kind of not thought about. Because let's face it, thinking about money is scary, but that's why people go to people like you.
Correct. And I think it all starts with laying everything out on the table and going over really what it costs you to live. What do you like to do? How do you see your retirement? When you do retire, how do you see yourself living? Are you going to travel a lot? Are you going to stay home and hang out with the grandkids? People do different things, and again, there's no silver bullet that's going to say if you do this, you'll retire comfortably. It really depends on what you do.
So that's the thing. There's no way that people can know if they're ready unless they sit down with someone like you. So you were saying earlier, what you do is you sit down with people and you spread everything out.
Yeah.
Those things that you spread out, it's the employee-sponsored plans, it's your 401ks, it's your IRAs, it's how much you have in the stock market and in savings. There's a lot of different factors that you have to total up.
Yeah, and the other thing to consider is that we really have seen in the last 10 years a major transition with people coming out into retirement without pensions. Back in the old days, companies used to take care of the employees. Nowadays, employees are required to take care of themselves. So what we're starting to see is a lot of people retiring with big 401k accounts and no pensions and no other savings. And they have to be very aware of that all that money, when they use it, is going to be taxable depending on how much they take out and what tax bracket they fall in. So that's another big issue to think about.
So you might think, you know, you have $100,000 sitting in the bank, but after taxes, you might have just $70,000 sitting in the bank.
That's
something
the thing.
like that.
You know, the first thing you have to do when you retire is replace an income. If you do retire, you're no longer earning income, so you have to first factor in, are you going to have Social Security? And then is that going to be enough to support your lifestyle? And if not, how can we layer some income on top of that Social Security to make sure that no matter what happens, you will cover your expenses for the next 30 or 40 years as you go through your retirement?
Now, Dylan, it's kind of hard to know what the average person actually retires with fiscally, but the thing that is a constant is the fact that healthcare is going to take a big chunk out of your retirement savings. Yeah,
I mean, when you consider healthcare inflation alone, it's growing well over 3%, which is the national average inflation rate. There's been studies done and articles out there that say if you retire at 65 as a married couple, you should expect to spend about $250,000 or more throughout the course of your retirement on healthcare alone. So again, that can be very scary. And again, we don't have a crystal ball, so we don't know how our health is going to go. We don't know how long we're gonna live. So these are things that we have to be able to talk about and come up with a strategy that is doable to the people we're working with, but also make sure it makes a lot of sense to them and that they're comfortable. And when they go to bed at night, they can put their head on the pillow and not have to worry about going to sleep.
Well, you're right, Dylan. You don't have a crystal ball, but by sitting down with you or a financial planner, it makes it so that you have that knowledge, and knowledge really is power. And if people want to learn a little bit more, they can actually come to one of your golf seminars, or you're doing something at Leone's coming up.
Yeah, we've got we do seminars, and really what it is I talk for about 45 minutes about a lot of the things that face people coming towards retirement today. And really what I believe is, as you said, knowledge is key. The more I can help people learn about how to do things and what's available out there, the better decisions they can make. And I'm willing to put the time and effort in if they are. And again, it's their financial future.
That's true. It's not yours, it's theirs.
Correct. So they should be as motivated as I to help learn about how to do things and what's available out there, because in the end, it will help everybody.
Well, Dylan, thanks for helping us out today. It's a pleasure to have you here. And you can visit bondfinancialservices.net or just give them a call, 413-754-4747, and just let Dylan and his staff take the steps to secure your financial future.